Hello. Um, I've got a tickle. Anyway, so this video is just going to be fairly brief. I just wanted to mention things I've been particularly enjoying in the month of February. I almost said munch in the month of February, and what my goals for March will be. I don't have a lot of goals. I don't want to overwhelm myself, and they're not complicated goals, so fairly straightforward. February was difficult for me. I had some days where I was mentally down or depressed. Not very much, just a handful of days, like less than five, so like 3 or 4 days. The the hardest was there were a lot of days where I was way overly stimulated. Things were just too bright, too loud. Just I just really struggled with that. And the other thing that went along with that is the anxiety. That was way high in February, and I don't know why. There were some days where not only was I overstimulated, but I was also feeling anxious. And there were other days where it was just one or the other. So February was just a difficult month. So I don't want to suddenly push myself too much in March. I have one doctor's appointment this month to follow up on the ablation that was done on my back. And other than that, that's all I've got planned, and just these simple goals. So that's kind of what's been going on. I know not a lot, but when you struggle, those who struggle with anxiety and depression understand that those days can take a toll. And same thing goes with autism and being overstimulated. That's very exhausting. Let's go ahead and move on to what I particularly enjoyed in February. The first thing, it's downstairs. It's because I've been burning the candle while I have been working. Oh man, it smells so good. I do have this. So this is the size that the candle is. This is just a different fragrance. But it's just a smaller candle and single wick. It is from Bath and Body Works. I got both of these, this one and the one I'm burning down there, on clearance. Well, all the candles that I have right now were from clearance. But the fragrance has been apple spice pumpkin. Oh, that has smelled so good. And I don't smell the pumpkin as much. I mean, sometimes I'll get a little bit of a few hints, but for the most part, to me, that candle smells mostly of apple spice. And it has been fabulous. I'll be sad when it's done, because I'm not going to be in the market for another candle until I've gone through all the candles that I have, or if they arrive in like a book box, which with the book box that I do, I've never seen a candle in one of their boxes, so probably highly unlikely. Number two, the next couple are food. I've particularly been enjoying hot dogs, just with ketchup and mustard. Just hot dogs this month. I really like hot dogs. And usually, if I have my preference, I would rather have a hot dog over a hamburger. I really enjoy hamburgers, but I think for me, hot dogs are a little bit more special because I don't have them all that often. So I think there's like 2 hot dogs left out of the package, and I believe that we're planning on having that for dinner tonight as of when I'm filming this, which is March 1st. And then we won't have hot dogs again for at least a couple of months, so probably 3 or 4 months, if that. So I do not have them very often, and I really like hot dogs. The second food item I have been particularly enjoying is I found a particular food combination that was really good. So I have had those fire hot tamale candies. I can generally only have like maybe half a serving, so like 8 pieces, before it's just too hot for my mouth. I have found I can have more if I combine them with something, and generally that's been salted peanuts. Um, I don't know how I came to try this, but I had an individual serving of Lay's potato chips, just the regular ones, and this particular like pouch that came with 10 snack size bags has been particularly extra salty and oily. And so I thought, well, let me try doing hot tamales with them so that they're not so salty and not, I mean, it's not going to take down the oiliness, but I don't feel like I'm just eating oil because there'll be something else in the mouth. So I tried it, and holy cow, that is so good. So eating those with the regular chips, it definitely reduced the oily sensation. And because there was extra flavor in the mouth, you couldn't taste the extra saltiness from the chips. So it was really good. So I've been particularly enjoying that. The rest that's in for the hot tamale candies that we have are allocated for my mom, so I will not be having any more. And that's also something that we don't have very often, maybe twice a year, is when we get a bag big enough to share. So my time with the hot tamales is done for a while, but it has been enjoyable. As far as music goes, I have particularly been enjoying the group Twice, which is a K-pop band. I don't understand a lot of what they sing, but I have really been enjoying their music still, even though I can't enjoy the words. No, understand the words. Obviously, unless they speak in English, which is the only language I understand. But it just hasn't mattered. I have absolutely loved their music. They have great vocal pitch. Their music has been, I don't really know how to explain it. Just very enjoyable. I'll just leave it at that. The last thing, I have not watched any movies. And then about midway through the month, this Miss Scarlet and the Duke ended, as well as, which I have enjoyed, as well as All Creatures Great and Small. Those ended for this season, or the Creatures one for the series, is my understanding. Well, I don't know. I think there's will be another season. I don't remember. Anyway, so those ended, but throughout the month I have still been enjoying Forensic Files. That will probably be a reoccurring enjoyment until I finish the series on Netflix. I am now almost done with series 5, or season 5. So, and I have still been absolutely loving that. So, now for my goals, I only have really 4. I have them written down. So one of them is to complete an art project. With everything that I had going on in February with my mental health, I did not do any arts and crafts. So I would like to complete some sort of art project, whether it's coloring in a coloring book, finishing this cross stitch that I have going for my grandma, starting and completing a diamond painting, or a paint by numbers, or just something. Number 2 is to drink more water. I have not been drinking near enough water, and so my goal is to definitely be drinking more water. The last 2 goals, one, I would like to journal. I haven't journaled in several months, and so I would like to just take some time to journal at the end of the night, and maybe it'll help me kind of unwind a little bit by the end of the day. So I would like to do that. And the last goal is to finish a puzzle book, whether that's my Sudoku book that I have like a third left in that, or to start a word search book and finish that, but just to finish a puzzle book. So those are my goals, fairly simple. Anyway, and I haven't really been keeping track of like what, again, because February was just so difficult mentally and autism wise, I just haven't really been keeping track of what I've particularly been enjoying. I've just been trying to get through each day. So that's my February favorites and my March goals. What are some of your goals? What have you been particularly enjoying recently? Let me know. And until next time, stay true to yourself and enjoy a good book. And I will talk to you later.